Good morning, Jen.
Well, do you have any updates from overnight? What are our crews looking at?
Well, city crews continue to work. There's a lot of cleanup to do. We've had several hundred trees down in city parks, golf courses, right-of-ways, neighborhoods. So we're working to clear as many as possible, especially those that have blocked arterials. Then crews go in and target residential streets that are blocked. But there's a lot of cleanup to happen, and so our crews are really focused on that.
And when we're talking about the crews, do we know how many crews are out on the streets right now and how long it's anticipated to get it all cleaned up?
Yeah, it's all hands on deck right now. In fact, in order to speed up this process today, I will be issuing an emergency order, and that is for procurement purposes. That's to help get more crews, maybe contracted crews out to help in addition to what the city crews are able to do. There's just too much work for our crews to try to get done right now. And with the impending, there's a possibility of snow in the forecast. We want to get as much of the debris cleaned up as possible. I should tell you, too, that for residents, we are allowing people to take their debris to the waste-to-energy plant starting tomorrow for free for drop-off through the month of January. And then next week, we'll allow residents to use their green bins for clean debris through next week.
Yeah, we've been talking about that a little bit this morning, making it a little bit easier to clean up some of this debris. But of course, we're talking about, hundreds of downed trees just in some of our city parks. And of course, there's residential damage. Do you have any idea yet of how much this is going to cost the city?
We don't. This is the very, very early stages. We won't know until we're further into the cleanup. But we're going to be looking at every avenue possible to recoup these costs, whether that's FEMA or whatever relief is available.
Of course, for us who were here in 2015, it's very reminiscent of the 2015 windstorm. What lessons did the city learn from 2015 that could be applied to this storm?
Well, you always have to be ready, right? But you never know what the impact you're going to have until it's right on top of you. And so we were on standby. We had crews ready to meet whatever need there was. And the damage is significant. I did a tour yesterday. Comstock Park alone lost 50 trees. I mean, it looks like a war zone. So, you're always ready, and you don't know how long it's going to take to get all the debris and all the cleanup done. But we're going to do it. We're going to work around the clock and get as much of it done as quickly as we can because of the weather. One thing that we are asking people is that I know it's there's a curiosity factor out there when you see all this damage in your neighborhood and especially in the park. But we're asking people not to walk around all of that damage, especially in our park. A lot of those uprooted trees have possibly impacted underground utilities. And there are a lot of damaged trees out there with hanging limbs. We don't want anyone to get hurt. It's just not safe to be out and about walking in those areas.
And that's something that actually we were talking about in studio a little bit earlier. We saw people kind of looky-loos going out and taking pictures yesterday, but a good reminder, yeah, and especially in Comstock Park, we even saw down power lines there still this morning, so that is a good reminder for the public. If people need help or assistance from the city, what can they do?
Well, they can call 311. That's the first thing. And then we are also asking people to, help out their neighbors. If you have neighbors that have down limbs and they're blocking sidewalks or walkways, get out and help your neighbor. If you've got a chainsaw or just some manpower that you can volunteer, we're asking people to pitch in together, especially in those neighborhoods.
All right, Spokane Mayor Nadine Woodward, thanks so much for being with us this morning. Of course, we'll be with you, talk to you about more of this emergency declaration coming up later today and how that will impact our city. So thanks so much for your time and being with us this morning.
Thank you, Jen.